Okay. So good evening, guys, everyone. Online participants, very good evening. Am I audible? Right. Yeah, very good evening, guys. So today, let's go with the main part, the project explanation part. I'll explain you what are all the things that you need to do. So then we'll proceed further, each and every step. So today I'll try to explain you what is a project that we are going to work with, what is the data set that we are having, what are the problem statements, what are the use cases, everything. So we're actually going to work with. So today I'm you 1 week to 10 tests. Okay. So complete it. Then once after completion of it, again I'll be providing you the other project data set relating part and the complete case. So I'm expecting that everyone you need to complete this. Just a minute, guys. Yes, just a minute, guys. Hello. The audio out. No problem. Wi-Fi. Microphone.
Guys, the same issue.
Hello, hello. Am I audible, guys? Any disturbance is there or is it clear? Very low. Okay, now is it loud and clear or any disturbance still? It's clear. Okay, right, guys. March now, pin now. Pin March now. Set. Hmm. Still, if you're getting the same problem, just update me, guys. I guess now it's clear, everyone, right? Okay, right, fine. If in case are you getting the same issue, please let me know. Okay. Now, so today let's go with the main requirement, the problem statement part, and we'll continue with the main approach. I'll explain you the project part. What are all the things that we need to cover? The use cases, everything that I'll provide to you. So the list of use cases, what are all the concepts, the topics that we need to cover? So what are the use cases, how to solve the data set, everything I'll provide you within 10 days, try to complete that part. And one more project data set, everything that I'm going to explain you. Based on that, you can proceed further. Like that, again, the next module, again, we'll try to take consideration of the other part. Now, intelligence and EDA is not covered. EDA completed, right, Anusha? The same part that what we covered, Seaborn, Matplotlib, whatever the analytics that we utilize, that in itself, we call it as EDA. Okay. There is no separate thing. We combined it everything in a same situation. The univariate analysis, the bivariate analysis. What does it mean? Categorical, numerical, or categorical data. So instead of providing it a separate name, we covered it as a whole. That's it. Now, see, anyone remembered when we are covering the same topic, I explained you something. These options are there: feature engineering, feature selection, feature scaling. When you are covering pandas, Python. So that feature is nothing but column level distribution. That in itself, we call it as EDA, exploratory data analytics. Feature scaling, feature selection. These are something relating to your DL part, ML, machine learning, deep learning part. So what are the EDA that we are having, exploratory data analytics? That is what we discussed with the name, these feature engineering techniques, the normalization or the visualizations, understanding the analytics part, correlation, covariance. Okay. So chalo, let's go with the main requirement. Today, we'll go with the project part called bank analytics. So that is the project that you are going to cover. So what is here? I'll try to open that part. Let me showcase you it with your Power BI application too. I'm expecting that everyone you need to complete the project case by your own. And once the duration 10 days completed, I'll provide you that reference, the project material part where you can able to utilize all these things. That means the dashboard, the tool, whatever the tool specific dashboards that you're having, everything I'll try to provide there. And make sure, remember, whatever the task that you're going to do, that is something you need to do with all the tools case. Okay. So whatever the requirement that you are going to do, whatever the tool that you are going to do, that is something you need to do with all. That means you need to do with Power BI, you need to do it with Tableau, you need to do it with SQL, you need to do it with Excel, you need to do it with Python. So what are all the tools and technologies that you are going to utilize? Try to utilize all these things to get that analytics done. Now, let me import the data here. We are having the data text CSV, finance one. There are two tables, guys, that I'm going to provide to you. One is finance one and the other one is finance two. Now, load the data. That first table, finance one itself, is imported. Now, I just want to import one more data set called finance two. Two data sets are there, guys. So, finance one, finance two. First thing first, remember the steps. Whatever the data that I'm providing, first try to understand whether it is .xlsx data or .csv data. Based on that selection, select that and get that output. Okay. Now, two tables have been provided here. Finance 1, Finance 2. Now let's try to understand the requirement, what the data is all about and what are the use cases. Here we are having this project bootcamp program. These are all the KPIs, the list of KPIs that we are having. And this is what the data is all about. The domain that we are going to work with is finance domain. The project that we are going to work with is bank loan of customers. Okay. We are going to provide the bank loan of customers. The project itself is completely based on the bank loan. Data sets, we are having two data sets. One is finance 1 and the other one is finance 2. Just now we imported those two. And what is the data type? Data set type? It's an Excel data. And data set size? Two data sets are there. Each and every data set is having close to 39,000 rows. Both data sets are with 39,000 rows. Approximately 40,000 rows have been provided. Now, these are the list of 5 KPIs that we need to utilize, the problem statements. So the first one is year-wise loan amount stats. The second one is grade and subgrade wise revolve balance. Third one is total payment for verified status versus total payment for non-verified status. And the fourth one is state-wise, month-wise loan amount. And the fifth one is home ownership versus last payment date stats. These are the 5 KPIs that we are having, key performance indicators. Now, among these 5 KPIs, let's try to go with step by step how to approach these things. Before trying to understand these 5 use cases, we'll try to understand what the data set is all about. Make sure, remember these 5 KPIs you need to solve with all the tools. If it in case you're working with Excel, the basic whatever the analytics that you can do it. If in case you're doing it with SQL, you need to make sure you need to retrieve it with the help of a query. You need to write a query. If in case you're working with Python programming language, you need to write a code. You need to write a Python code and you need to get that output. In case you're working with Power BI or Tableau, you need to visualize the data. You need to understand the data. You need to analyze the data. Data visualization is something that you need to do with it. Now, Statsman statistics. Yes. Yes, Soumya. Once this part is completed, we'll be going with. So these are the 5 KPIs. As Power BI Tableau is concerned, utilize some basic visualizations. If it in case you're working with Python, retrieve, pick those libraries and get that output. What are these libraries? Matplotlib, Seaborn. Integrate, utilize these libraries to get that analytics done. And when you're working with Power BI Tableau, directly you can utilize the visualizations to get that output. Excel, the basic Excel analytics. Okay. So these are all the tools that you can utilize to focus on performing all these KPIs, key performance indicators. Now, simple analytics case, you are having this Power BI tool. Let's go with understanding these two data sets. Go with table view. We are having two data sets. One is finance 1, the other one is finance 2 sheet. See, this entire data, whatever the project that you are going to do, it is based on bank providing loan to its customer. If bank needs to provide, say for example, some certain amount to the opposite person, it need to analyze, right? You need to analyze that opposite person's whether the capability, whether he can do it or not. All these things they'll be focusing on it, right? And that is what we are going to do. See, so for example, I want some amount. Okay. I'll approach you. I want this much amount for interest. Okay. So you will be checking whether I'm having that capability of repaying that amount or not, right? Whether I can able to pay monthly interest or not, whether finally, whatever the entire amount that we are having, whether that person can able to repay it or not, all these things you'll consider, right? Based on that only you can proceed, you can provide some amount to me, right? Directly you can't provide, right? You can do some analytics and you can provide it. Fine. And that is something we are going to do here also. Multiple columns are the table. And here, these are all the list of columns available. So the first column that you are having is ID. And here also in sheet, you are having this column called ID. Now the simple requirement is I'm having multiple data points. If in case you want to connect tables, on what basis you are going to connect? What is the common column between both the tables? Hmm? ID. The common column, explain how you're going to understand. Simple. In this ID column, I want to sort the data in ascending format. What is the minimum data point value that you are having? 54,734. And what is the maximum value that you are getting? Try to go to the finance to table and try to understand the requirement. Sending 107750. Are you getting the same top value? Descending to ascending order the top value. Now sort ascending. What is this value? 54,734. The minimum value that you are going to get ascending. That means sort ascending to descending or descending to ascending. Based on your requirement, you need to get this output. Simple. Now, based on the simple evaluation, we can easily able to understand that these are the two common columns available. Now just go to finance and just select this option. Clear sort. Okay. So if in case you want to connect two tables based on this common column condition, you can able to start working on it. Still, if you want to connect it manually, array. Guys, again the same problem. Hello, hello. Hmm. They changed the room. Multiple problems are there, guys. Here in this classroom, just a minute. Hello, hello. Hello. Clear, guys? Any disturbance? Not clear. హలో పవన్ ఇది రూమ్ నెంబర్ 505 ఇది స్పీక్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది ఇది మైక్రోఫోన్ రావట్లేదు అంటున్నాను నెట్ కాదు ఇది ఆడియో ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది యా గైస్ 2 minutes. ఇది ఇంతాక క్లాస్లో కూడా అదే ఇష్యూ వచ్చింది. మార్చినందుక లేకపోతే ప్రాబ్లం అది ఇంత క్లాస్లో కూడా
డైరెక్ట్ డైరెక్ట్.
guys, now is it clear? Right. Okay, right, guys. No disturbance, right? Okay. లూజ్ అయితే ఏం లేవు కదా. Yes, yes, Ajay. I'll explain one more time. Sure, sure. See, multiple columns are there. Okay. The requirement itself is simple. I just want to select common column. Here we are having two columns called ID and ID column here. Now select this down triangle. If in case you want to connect these two columns, on what basis you want to connect these two columns? Simple. Just go with this option, sort ascending. The minimum value that you're getting here is 54,734. And here also in finance, if you want to understand what is the minimum value, sort ascending 54,734. Now, in sheet 2, you are going to utilize this option, sort descending. Sort descending. Are you getting this value 107750? Now just go with this finance one table and here also utilize this option 10 sort descending 107750. That means based upon your any sorting condition ascending to descending or descending to ascending, the same data itself has been provided here. Now just utilize this option called clear sort. And here also just utilize this option called clear sort. Okay. Just select this option called clear sort. Now you are going to get these two tables, finance one and sheet one. These are the two tables that you are having. Go to your report view and here you can start working on the visualizations part. Now, these are all the list of visualizations available and whatever the analytics that you want to perform, you can perform directly. But just go to your data model. Is there any relationship established? No, by default, there's no relationship established. Now, if in case you want to create one relationship directly, utilize this directly, ID with ID. Drag and drop that ID onto the ID column of the other table. Now just click on save. ID column from the first table, ID column from the second table, both have been selected. Just click on save. Are you establishing any connection here? The left table is finance 1, the right table is finance 2. Sheet 2, the finance 2. And the common column, now it's been connected, is based on ID. And even you're getting this one-to-one, if you can able to say this exact 39,717 rows are there. In this table also 39,717 rows are there. Now, when the bank wants to provide a loan amount to a customer, it need to check all the details of that customer, right? That means whether that employee is working or not, if in case working, whether job or business, and what is the purpose that this customer is taking a loan for, how many, what is the salary that, what is the annual income that this particular employee is getting, in whether Is it rented house or whether is it own house? What is the locality? We will be getting all the list of options, right? So those are all the things that you can able to get here in two tables. Finance one, sheet one. Okay, guys. And this is how you can able to get the output. The first table and the second table. What are all the columns that we are having in the first table, finance one, you'll get the data. And what are all the columns that you're having in the second table, finance two, you can able to get here. Now, try to understand this data, guys, and just explain me what kind of data that you can able to access here. Just have a look. No, I asked you to understand this. See, ID is the common column. ID itself is going to explain you what is the ID for each and every row. Member ID itself is going to talk about the member related details, ID data. Now, loan amount has been provided. Funded amount has been provided. Funded amount invoice. Term, the term duration, the 36 months or is it 60 months or is it 24 months, whatever the duration that we are having, we can able to get here. And interest rate, installment, grade, subgrade, all these values have been provided here. Now, we are having basically 5 grades: A, B, C, D, E. In each and every grade, again, we are having subgrades: A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. In B grade, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. Again, in C grade, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. Multiple grades are being provided. So what are these grades? These grades are nothing but risk assessment grades case. So for example, if you are going to take a loan, bank is going to understand whether is it risky. Is there any risk involved if in case I'm providing any loan amount to you or not? Some risk amount that they'll be providing that part, right? So that is something we can able to get here with grade part. So for example, if the person is categorized it in grade A or grade B, the simple analytics is that individual, whatever the individual that we are having, that individual's grade, they can easily able to repay the loan amount. If the grade of that particular customer has been provided as something called grade D, grade E, grade F, it's nothing but some risk itself has been involved in it. Again, if you are picking one individual grade, multiple subgrades are also going to be there. So for example, if you are picking a grade called A, in that multiple grades are there: A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. In B grade, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. In C grade, again C1, C2, C. That means based on individual grade category also, you are having multiple subgrades. That means you can able to understand the detailed picture of it. So that is something you can able to get here with grade and subgrade related status. Now, employment length is there. Employment title is there. If there's one employee, what is the title? In which company that is working or she's working. Okay. And here you can able to see this employee's length, employment length. That means, is it 5 years or 10 years or is it less than 1 year? See, as a customer, if you are going to any bank for a loan purpose, They'll just check that employment length, all those things, right? So for example, you as a fresher directly going with 3 to 4 months of experience asking for loan, they're a little hesitant to provide. But say for example, 3, 4 years of experience and go to a loan, without hesitation, they'll provide you, right? The same thing. Say for example, home ownership, whether is it the employee, whether the customer who is taking the loan, the home ownership, whether is it rent or own house, the mortgage, the part has been provided here. Annual income. The annual income of that customer is been provided in this annual income column. Based on annual income also, they can able to repay the loan. All these things they'll be checking out, right? So for example, annual income itself is very low. If you're asking for a very high loan amount, will they provide? A little hesitant. But if the annual income itself is very high, and if you're asking a loan amount high, yes, they'll provide it. Why? Because you are having that repaying capability. Without any hesitation, they can able to provide it. Now, verification status, whether the status itself is verified or non-verified. That status has been provided. Issue date, when the loan payment itself has been issued. What is the date? Loan status, whether fully paid or charged off, okay, or partial, half of the payment completed. What is the loan status, completed or not completed? How much is they paid? These things are provided. Okay, payment plan. There is one more option called DS. DS, the description. If one customer is going to take a loan, for what purpose that customer is taking a loan? So for example, select this down triangle option. Here you can able to see all this description part. Here you can able to see something. One customer is mentioning, with this loan, I plan on paying off 2 credit cards I have, which I already closed out. That means that customer is now telling you that I'm taking one loan from your bank so that so that I can able to utilize paying off my 2 credit cards. What are the amount that we are having? Here, say for example, there is one more uh, customer. Okay, the first one mentioning description. Why he is taking loan is looking to expand seafood business, purchasing a new boat with gear, market to sell my catch is very good and outlook is good. I also work for CETO, so I always have steady income coming in. So actually he's having some seafood business. Okay. So the requirement why he is going to take the loan is he just want to expand that seafood business. He just want to purchase a new boat with a gear. And he's even mentioning that I'm having steady income coming in. That means I'm having this repaying capability of or whatever the loan that I took, I can easily able to pay it, no problem. But this is the purpose so that I want to expand my business. I want to take a loan. So whatever the description is there, the description itself has been provided here. This is not so really important. If in case you want to eliminate this column in data cleaning approach, you can do that part. But still, if in case you want to understand it based on our individual role level, you can include it, no problem. Based on your requirement, you can consider it. Now, uh, purpose. What is the purpose that you are going to take? Whether is it for credit card or for car loan or house loan or medical or wedding or vacation, small business. So what is the purpose that you are going to take the loan for? That has been provided here. Title. What is the title? So auto loan again. What is the title? Everything has been provided here. Investment loan, taxes, vacation loan, wedding loan. Anyone you can include, no problem. Zip code, address state, and ETI. Now, these are the columns that we are having is basically. Whatever the use case that you are trying to solve, you can utilize all these columns to understand the data. No problem. Each and every column you can utilize, each and every column is directly able to utilize this analytics part. What are the remaining unnecessary columns that you are having? If in case you want to eliminate it, you want to delete it, you can delete it without any hesitation. Check that first whether that column is important for that use case or not. Is it really important or not? If in case you're feeling that these columns are not really important, then you can consider removing those things. No problem in it. Okay. Now, finance one, sheet one. These are the two tables that we are having. And these are all the columns available. ID, dealing 2 years, earliest credit line. And these are all the list of columns. Usually in the second data set, you can able to see more of numeric data itself. In first table, you can able to see a mix of numeric and non-numeric. It just explains you what the real, the completion part, the analytics part. In second column, much of you can able to go with numeric data itself. Okay. So whichever the columns that have been important, take that consideration, guys. Now, what are the use cases that we are having? 5 use cases. The first one is year-wise loan amount stats. You are having year date, go with issue date. Okay. Loan amount issue date column is that. Go with issue date. You need to pick year. As we all know that whichever the date column, date hierarchical column that we are selecting, we are having 4 hierarchies in it. Year, quarter, month, day. In year, you're having 4 quarters. In each and every quarter, you're having multiple months. Again, in each and every month that you select, multiple days are going to be there. Now, your requirement is to understand the data based upon year level of hierarchy. Multiple years are there. In each and every year, you need to understand it. Loan amount stats. Year-wise loan amount stats is something that you need to understand here. The second one that you are having here is grade and subgrade wise revolve balance. Grade and subgrade wise revolve balance. The first one, the column that we are having is grade. The second column that we are having is subgrade. And the third column that we are having is revolve balance. Grade wise, subgrade wise, revolve balance. As I just explained you what is grade, what is subgrade is all about. Grade is nothing but it just explains you how much level, how much risk level is there to provide loan to that particular customer. If it is grade A, grade B, it's okay. Repaying capability is there. If something is assigned in grade E, grade F, grade G, it's nothing but high risk is there. Automatically, if the risk is high, what usually these things will do? Banks will do. They'll charge an extra high interest. They'll charge extra high interest on it. So these are the things. Why revolve balance, guys? Revolve balance. Any idea about revolve balance? Yes, I'll be providing it, Lakshmi. Any idea about revolve balance? See, remaining amount. Exactly. Remaining amount. So for example, credit card is that. Okay. Credit card payment you need to do every month. So for example, 1 lakh is the credit amount, the credit card amount that you need to pay this month. Out of that 1 lakh, you just paid 70,000. Remaining 30,000, you haven't paid. Out of that 1 lakh, you only paid 70,000. Remaining 30,000, you haven't paid. Now, what you need to do here is, what are the 30,000 is there that you are supposed to pay for the next month credit amount, right? Revolving. And again, based on that, interest will be charged. And in second month also, if you are not paying full amount, again, whatever the remaining balance is there, that will be reflected in third month, every month. So what usually happens that credit score will decrease? What usually happens that revolve balance, how much revolve balance is there? How customers are changed? Whether that means they can easily able to understand whether the customer is trying to pay the entire amount on timely basis or based on month basis or each and every month is neglecting or the remaining amount revolving is it remote? These kind of analytics they can do. So grade wise, subgrade wise revolve balance. What usually happens if the grade and subgrade is high, grade A grade, the revolve balance will be almost negligible. But if the grades are increasing, maybe the revolve balance is also going to increase. So that analytics that you need to understand here, that visualizations, that analytics that you need to perform with visualizations. Third one, total payment for verified status versus total payment for non-verified status. Loan amount itself has been provided, but it is verified or not. For verified category, what is the total payment? For non-verified category, what is the total payment? State-wise and month-wise loan status. States are the, months are the. There is a column called state, there is a column called month. State-wise, month-wise, what is the loan amount? Some questions are very simple, and some use cases it might be looking a little easy, but in the back end, you need to write an expressions for it, guys. Okay. Expressions in the sense you can go with DAX expression and Power BI. A query functionalities in SQL. We need to utilize these things. Home ownership versus last payment date stats. Home ownership versus last payment date stats. Home ownership in the sense whether rented house or home house mortgage. So that home ownership versus last payment date stats. So these are the 5 use cases that we are having. So these 5 use cases, you need to solve it with all the tools that we utilized with Power BI, SQL, Tableau, Python, Excel. Wherever the Excel statistical topics that you important for these use cases, you can use it. Clear, guys, everyone? So this is the requirement for your project. I'll be uploading these all data sets. Whatever the finance 1, finance 2 data set is that I'll upload the data sets in your Google Classroom. And what are this PPT, that bootcamp, the PPT slide that you're having KPI use cases. This part also I'll be providing you in your Google Classroom. Utilizing these 5 KPI use cases, utilize the data to perform your analytic tasks. Simple. Okay, guys. Okay. Now, let's go with some small topics that we are left with in Excel part. And then we'll go with the remaining. Okay. So is it okay today? Maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes extra. Hmm? Okay. I'm having one data set too that I'll provide you actually. Within 1 week. Once each and every project completed, then I'll be providing the next project. Okay. So the first project limit is 7 days to 10 days, the limit. Once after completion of this, you need to update that. I'll be providing you the permission, guys. Whatever this Google Access permission, you need to share that. I'll review it, and based on that, I'll conclude. And once based upon your understanding, I'll go with the second project. There itself, I'll provide you the documentation, everything. What are the use cases that we are having? What is the data set that we are having? Everything I'll provide you there itself. Based on that, again, you need to come up with a solution for the second project. Again, for that, 7 days, 1 week limit will be there. Then the third part, like this. Okay. Now, uh, let me go with this. Just a minute, guys. Mm. So 1 week, 1 week to 10 days, the limit, the maximum limit. Okay. In Google Classroom itself, Samya. Some simple functionalities, I guess 4 to 5 functions that we need to cover here. And in your stats related part, I'll showcase you two workbooks. See, I guess we completed this if and nested if, right? Functions, conditionals. If in case based upon one condition, what are the filter data that you want to get, you can get it. Hmm? If marks greater than 70, something grade one, some grade, marks greater than 91 grade, marks less than 35, something fail, something we utilize conditions, if elif, right? So in the same way, like if elif, all these things, you're having aggregations related functions too, guys. Aggregation related functions too. The thing is, sum if, average if, count if, max if, min if, some functions are there. But what is the difference between normal if, nested if with these aggregated ifs is, earlier we utilized some functionalities called sum, min, max, average. You are going to find sum, you are going to find min, you are going to find max. Whatever the data that you are having, you are going to pick sum for the data. Whatever the data points that you are having, you are going to find min for that entire data. Whatever the data that you are having max, you are going to pick max, maximum value from the data. But here now we are utilizing something called sum if, average if, count if, min if, max if s. What is the requirement is, so for example, I'm having this data set like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go with this aggregation equals to sum. And here, number 1, number 2, you'll provide that range. Select this entire range, close, click on enter. Are you getting total? Yes. But what is the sum if? What is sum? What is sum if? Sum is nothing but you are going to take entire sum part. Sum if is nothing but you can just utilize the sum if. It asks you one range, guys. What is the range that you need to select? I'll select this range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, comma, criteria. What is the criteria that I need to go with? Here, I'll go with the condition. I want only sum. I want only total for those data points which is greater than 3. So I'll utilize this condition greater than 3. Close the parenthesis. Remember, whatever the expression that you are having, utilize it in double quotes. Okay, utilize it in double quotes. And then you can able to click on enter. What is the value that you're getting? We are utilizing sum if. What is the condition? Greater than 3. Total 5 values are there. Greater than 3. How many values are there? 2. 5 plus 4, 9. That is what sum if means. Sum is nothing but you are going to take sum for that entire range. Sum if is nothing but inside that range, based upon your condition, you are going to find sum. So for example, if you are trying to find sum, you are getting 15. But I only want to add all the data points where that number range should be greater than 2. Then what I need to do? Instead of sum, you need to go with something called sum if range. What I need to select the range. This is the range that I need to select, comma, sum of range. Now here I'll provide the condition greater than 2. Close the parenthesis, just click on enter. Greater than 2, how many values are there? 3 values are there. 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 4, 9. 9 plus 3, 12. And the 12 itself is a data point that has been provided here. Simple. So here you can able to get 15. Here you can able to get 9. Here you can able to get 12. So these are the data points that we are going to get, guys. I hope it's clear, everyone. Now, I want to go with some aggregations like average. And what I'm going to do here is equals to average. And here you need to provide that parameter part. Number 1, comma number 2, all those things. If in case you are going to find average for this data set, select this entire range. you'll be getting an average. Okay, 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 by 5, 15 by 5, 5 ones are 5 threes are. The average that you're getting is 3. Okay, fine. But now I only want the average for those data points where the data point, the condition should be greater than 3. That means equals to average if range. I'll provide this range, comma, and here the condition should be, again, in double quotes you need to provide, remember, I'll provide condition should be greater than 3. Click on it. Greater than 3, you're having two data points, 4 as well as 5. 5 plus 4, 9. 9 by 2, automatically 2 ones are 2, 4.5. 4.5 is the average that you're getting. But based on that condition only. That is what. And the same thing goes with count. If directly you're going with this count function, what you're going to get, guys? You're going to get these values. Close the parenthesis, click on enter. You're going to get 5. But if in case you want to go with countif equals to, just go with countif. The range, whatever the range that you're selecting, select the range. And here you need to provide the condition. Say for example, greater than 3. Greater than 3, how many numbers are there? And the count of these two numbers? Count, you'll get 2. And in the same way, you can go with max and min. But remember, for max and min, you are not having this functionality called max if, min if. For max and min, you will be having max if s, min if s. The reason is here you need to work with multiple conditions. That means whatever the column that you are selecting, that max min value that you are accommodating for the previous column, which are the column that you are selecting. Here you are having only max if s, min if s. But the thing is, in my system, that even those functions are not coming. As I explained you, right, there is the one issue I got with this Excel. Old version I'm utilizing it. But in your case, you can able to work with. So these are all the functionalities that we are having, guys. You are having some logical operators too. Okay. I guess we completed this, and our date functions, year, month, day. No? See, if in case you're working with these requirement, and operator is there, and or not, what are these things, guys? Logical operators. These are nothing but logical operators. See, when you're working with and operator, I'll go with if, including if. I'll proceed with this. First thing first, you need to provide and operator, guys. First thing first, I need to go with and operator. See, what is the difference between and or? Hmm? If both the conditions are going to be satisfied, you need to go with and. If any one condition is going to be satisfied, then you need to go with or. Now, my requirement is both the conditions need to be satisfied. I just want to go with and operator. So what I'm going to do now? Simple. I'm going with if, I'll be going with and here the values that I'm going to go with is B2. What is this value, guys? 85. B2 greater than 70, C2 greater than 70. Simple. I'm providing this condition called and. Now, in this and, I'm providing two conditions. Whatever this, say for example, let's go with this requirement, B3, C3. B3 value should be greater than 70. C3 value also should be greater than 70. If both these conditions are being satisfied, just focus on the syntax, guys. Just try to understand the syntax, what it is going to explain you. The first one it is asking you is logical test, whether you want it based on and or or. Next, it is asking you value if true, value if false. Here in this and logical test itself, you are providing these two conditions. B3 data point should be greater than 70. C3 data point should be greater than 70. If these two conditions are satisfying, I need to get this value true statement. And what is the true statement? Yes. Yes, satisfying. If these two values are not satisfying, both and operator, right? We are using, if anyone is not satisfying, false. Value if false, what is the argument that I need to provide? No. Here what you are getting is, you are getting no. Why? Here neither of this value is greater than 70. This is less than 70, this is less than 70. And that is the reason you are getting no here. But here you can able to see yes. Why you can able to see yes? B2 C2 greater than 70. Is B2 greater than 70? Here C2 greater than equals to 70. See here I'm not providing greater than equals to. Is it equals to 70? Yes. Is it greater than 70? Yes. And operator, both conditions are been satisfying. Then if true, yes. If false, no. Both are true. You are getting this value, yes. Simple. And the same thing that you can work with OR operator. OR in the sense either of the one. If the first one is satisfying, the second one is not satisfying, no problem. The second one is satisfying, the first one is not satisfying, no problem. If both are satisfying, it's okay. That is and different case, complete different case. Here you are working with OR operator. B2 greater than 70, C2 greater than 70. And what I'm going to do here, this B2 is greater than 70, C2 is greater than 70. Okay, both are satisfying. There's no problem. True statement, I'm providing yes. False argument, I can go with no. Anything. So based on your requirement, you need to select this. Not, it's little different. In SQL, we utilized in, not in, right? The same kind of thing. Here, ulta pulta, opposite. You will be utilizing if not, E2 less than 50. Where is this E2 value? 50. Is it less than 50? No, it is equals to 50. You'll be getting pass. If not, fail. If you are talking about this, so, for example, the use case is EF less than 50. What is this EF value? 85. Is it less than 50? No. Here you will be getting pass. That means we are providing it manually. If in case you're providing fail, that first fail argument will be provided here. Ulta pulta, opposite. So simple use cases. Okay. So these materials I'll provide you guys, Excel part. I almost completed the Excel as well as this SQL material as well, statistics material as well. Power BI Tableau I provided you with, right? So I'll be providing these things now itself. Okay. Hmm. Simple again, the simple functionalities are there. Now function, now in the sense current date and current time. No need to do anything, equals to now function. Today, today function is there. Month, month function is there. Text, text month. Day, day. Year, year. So whichever the function that you want to extract, you can. The same date functions you can utilize in all the tools, guys, by the way. Okay. These are all the tools that you can even utilize it in SQL, Power BI, Excel, anything. There also we utilize string functions if you remembered, right? In SQL, str, left, right, upper, lower, date functions like month, extracting month from higher date, extracting year from higher date, extracting day from higher date. Remembered or not? So multiple functions are there. String functions and date functions, we call it as. And these functions in Excel, we call it as logical functions. Okay. So as an optional, one more simple material that means I'm just having one worksheet, guys. Completely optional. You want to go with, you can, you want to ignore, no problem. But just to get an idea, I created some simple inferential stats related topics too. Not so really important, but just to understand how tests are going to work. Okay. Okay, you want to go with it, Soumya? Okay. Hmm? Everyone, you want to check that out? Hmm? Okay. So today we are not having time. That is the reason. Okay. Chalo, last one problem statement will do. No problem. Okay. Chalo, fine. So simple tests are there. Chi-square, ANOVA, simple test. Just as an optional part, I just created 8 case. Anyone remembered in inferential stats, we covered these topics. Hypothesis testing, null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis, chi-square test, ANOVA test, logistic regression, correlation analysis, right? Chi-square test in the sense categorical data understanding. Okay. You are going to understand data between categorical data. ANOVA one categorical, one numeric column. So this kind of analytics that we can able to use. See, basically we are talking about one simple data set. Dice example. 6 probabilities are there. That means whether you can get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 dice. What is the probability? Okay. So out of expected frequency 100, what does this 100 expected frequency? That means there is a possibility that one itself is going to work 100 times. 2 itself is going to work. That means each and every side we are having equal probability of chance. So it's nothing. We are just trying to take 2 simple use cases. Okay. Hypothesis test, null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis, H naught, H1. Based on these 2 tests, you are going to take an assumption. Say, for example, if you are trying to dice, okay, whether the chances of getting 3, is there any bias or not? Let's try to understand it with one simple example. Instead of dice, go with coin. If you are trying to roll a coin, either you will get head or you will get tail. So whether there is equal probability of chance or different probability of chances there. That means if you are trying to take this scenario called taking a coin, flipping a coin for head, equal probability is there, 50-50 or 100. Every time, what is our consideration? There should be no bias. Equal probability of chances that we need to get, either this or that. But maybe if you are trying to take 10 times, the coin flipping 10 times, in every time you are getting, majority of the times you are getting head. Maybe you might tell there's a bias, that head will be rolled. So taking 2 assumptions, H0, H1, null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis. Based on our understanding, every time null hypothesis is for there's no difference, there is no change. But alternate hypothesis, maybe there is a different change. So based on other some 2 tests we are going to take, 2 assumptions we are going to take, H0, H1, you can utilize this formula to get that part. Observed value minus expected value whole square by expected value. See, here we are taking these values. O minus E. O minus E whole square. That means observed value minus expected value data has been provided here. Observed value minus expected value, whole scale value I'll be taking here. And directly you can able to use this expected value frequency here. No need to do all these things manually, guys. Just to explain you the steps, I provided these things manually. Directly, if you want to utilize all these tests, you need to do nothing. Select, add in that. We utilize that add in, right? Data analysis add in. Anyone remembered? We utilize this data analysis add in. Directly, you can go to data analysis. You can use these all options. ANOVA, correlation, covariance, histogram, all these things you can consider going with. Okay. So for your analytic purpose, it's okay. You want to go with, you can go. Even though you're not proceeding, it's okay. But focus on this descriptive statistics related options case, which is really important. For your data analytics track, descriptive statistics is something really important. For data science track, you need to go with this inferential stats, all these options. Okay. So these are the things I'll provide you, by the way, this all material, everything in your PPT itself. I included this part in the same. I'll provide it as a full length material. Okay, chalo, last 15 minutes we'll go with this part. How, what are the opportunities that you can able to focus on? You're pretty much clear with data analytics, business analytics, it's okay. After data analytics or business analytics, say for example, after 2 years or 3 years, once you got that enough experience in it, what you want to proceed with? Any other new technology that you want to go with, or hmm? Cloud? Okay, still. Okay, one simple question, everyone. I don't know how many of you are familiar with this. I just want to, okay, I'm asking you, what are the job opportunities that are available in data science field? Data science in the sense, I'm not asking you about data scientist. Data science in general, what are all the job opportunities that you can apply for? Yes, majority, Akshya. No idea. In data science, what are all the roles that we are having? Okay, 1 minute. You can Google it. This question also. Why? Because you need to understand, guys, when you're applying for a company in data science domain, what are all the opportunities that you are having? You need to understand. In the meanwhile, I'll open whiteboard also. I'll explain you that part. Right, Akshay. See, there are multiple job opportunities, guys. You are having, see, data science domain itself is a very vast ocean. Multiple roles are there. Data engineer, data analyst, business analyst, data scientist, AI engineer, MLOps engineer. So multiple job opportunities are there here. Hmm. You are having even prompt engineer, but still, it's something like fields are there. Okay, data engineer, BA, data analyst, business analyst, data scientist, AI engineer, MLOps, prompt, different domains have been there. Now, simple requirement here is we'll try to understand each and every step in it. Data engineer is the person, data engineer is the person who is going to work with data, who is more into collecting the data, organizing the data, guys. See, as a data analyst or a business analyst, you are going to work with your analytic tasks. You are going to understand, you are going to visualize, you are going to analysis. All these things you can able to do. It's fine, well and good as a data analyst or a business analyst. But before even doing that, someone needs to be there to collect the data, right? One person needs to be there who needs to collect that entire data, right? And that person is going to be the data engineer. So data engineer is the position, is the person. What he will do is he or she is going to try to pull that entire data from different varied data sources. They'll try to connect it, they'll try to organize it, and all this part they'll be doing it. Data engineer. And this is also one very high in demand job opportunity, guys. But for this, again, different skill sets are been there. You need to go with HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System. And here you might be going work with PySpark, Kafka, Cassandra. So different skill set has been there again. Snowflake. Snowflake is nothing but it's one ETL tool. In Power BI, we completed one schema called Snowflake schema. That is methodology. There's other tool in the market called Snowflake, and it's an ETL tool. ETL stands for extract, transform, load. So different skill set they'll be utilizing. MongoDB, NoSQL database. So data engineer, as in general, they'll be going with collecting the data, organizing the data, analyzing the data. Analyzing, but we'll be doing collection, organization, strategizing, all these things data engineer is going to do. Data analyst, business analyst, these persons are going to go with visualizations, analyzations, report building, dashboard building. These are all the things that they'll focus on. So these people might be utilizing with some other tools like Power BI, Tableau, SQL, Python, Excel, all these things have been there. But remember, when you're applying for any company, don't do this mistake. Majority of the students, what they'll do is, in some companies, in job description, if they're providing something called the requirement is based on MS SQL or Postgres, these individuals, these students are not going to apply, guys. These individuals are not going to uh, apply for these companies where they can able to use this tools. They might think that MS SQL is different, Postgres is different, Oracle is different. I don't know about it. They might think that we don't know about these tools. They'll not apply. But the thing is, you know about it. You know SQL, right? The same SQL you are going to utilize in all these tools. In MS SQL, in MySQL, all these things you are going to do. See, take a simple scenario, guys. If you play this game called Candy Crush Saga, you can go with soda, different diamond diggers. If you know how to play a game like PUBG, there is one game called Free Fire. That means multiple use cases are there. Okay. The same part we are going to do it in multiple scenarios. If you know SQL, the same SQL you can provide it in multiple logic. Okay. So that is something we are going to learn MySQL, MS SQL, Postgres, all these things. And wherever see in data visualization part itself, at some point of time, maybe less frequently, but there's some companies they'll provide click view, click sense. Apply for those companies also, guys. No problem. Try to download, install the tool. Just try to play with those options based on the basic idea that you are having. Apply for it and go with it. Click view, click sense. These are nothing but BI tools only, like your Power BI and Tableau. Utilize these things to get that analytics done. And there these opportunities are there. Data scientist roles. Okay. Again, data scientist roles are again there's very high in demand, but for experienced roles, majority of these things have been provided for data scientists. But no problem, you can get it done. Once if you are entering into the data analytics track, once after gaining good couple of, say for example, 6 months of experience or 1 year of experience, you're gaining that interest, then you can start working on your analytic tasks. So here, what we are going to do, data science, there is multiple skill set that they are utilizing. They'll go with, again, the same Python programming language or R programming language as a base. They'll utilize the libraries. So for example, they are going with Python library. They'll utilize libraries like scikit-learn library, Keras, TensorFlow, libraries. How we are utilizing these libraries? NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, SciPy, Plotly. In the same way, they are utilizing these libraries in Python. They'll go with machine learning. They will go with deep learning techniques. They will be going with NLP, natural language processing. NLP in the sense the same, the Chat GPT, the Google Gemini. So for example, we are utilizing Q&A visual in Power BI. That is one application of NLP, natural language processing. You are asking a question, you are getting an output. So for example, you are using Google Assistant. You are utilizing, say for example, Siri, Apple Siri. So these are all these applications relating to NLP, natural language processing. You are going to ask some questions, you are going to get some answers. These are the use cases that we are having. Okay. Now, CNN, okay, computer vision, RNN, different approaches that they'll be going with. That means their main entire focus is to get that analytics done. At the same point of time, they are more interested to predict the future forecasting options, all these things they'll be focusing on. So there are multiple positions. AI engineer is the nowadays you can able to see something called LLM models, large language models, Gen AI. So these are all the approaches that we are going to have. AI, AI engineer, ML ops, again, ML, machine learning operations, ML ops engineer, prompt engineer. Scope is that prompt in the sense you are just asking a question to get that output, how you are interacting with an AI tool. You're asking prompts and getting an answer. Prompt engineering is one again, a demanded career. Okay. So multiple approaches are there, guys. Neural networks, exactly. In data science, AI part. So multiple job opportunities are there. What usually happens is if in case you are going to any interview, even though you are applying for a position called data analyst or a business analyst, you need to know what these all roles are, guys. Why? Because end of the day, when you're working in any company, data analytics, business analytics is one such type of team available in the data science space. In the same company, there is one more team called data scientist team. There is one more team for data engineering team. What usually happens is it's a workflow process, guys. From data engineer to data analyst to data scientist, whatever the data that they collected, they'll with the help of a pipeline, you can able to get the data warehousing concepts. Utilizing that entire data, you're analyzing it. And on top of it, for future predictions, future analytics, the predictions forecasting part, the data scientist peoples are going to come into picture. So these are all the approaches that we are going to work with. Data analytics, data engineering, data science, multiple job opportunities roles are being provided in the space too. So even though you're applying for data analyst or business analyst position, at least you need to able to know these things. What are the roles available? Why? Because end of the day, when you're working in a company, you need to interact with these people, guys. These people are going to be your colleagues. You need to interact with them. You need to understand how everything. So you need to have an idea what the roles are, what they're going to do, what kind of skill set that they need. Why? Because in in this industry, make sure remember one important point. Never ever stick with one important part. Try to update yourselves, try to upgrade yourself. Say for example, after some point of time, you want to learn something new, go and learn one cloud platform in any cloud. Let's say for example, AWS or Azure or GCP. Pick any one, go with it. Cloud platform. Say for example, frameworks, try to learn, go with frameworks, libraries part. So for example, you are into data analytics. So for example, 2 years or 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you are into data analytics domain. Shift your career, go with data science, go with AI engineering. In future, it's all about AI engineering only, artificial intelligence, learn large language modeling, LLM models, Gen AI, generative AI. So upgrade your skill set every day and try to focus on these approaches. Okay. So is it okay, guys? More 10 minutes or you're having any time constraint? Okay, we can go with 10 more minutes, right? Online participants. Hmm. Okay, right. The new way forward. Why? Because it's all about the Gen AI, all these things only, guys. Okay. So in future, I'll provide that part in classroom, Nikita. So everything itself is based on AI, artificial intelligence, generative AI. All these contents need to be provided. Learn, upgrade your skill set, upgrade your all understandings. Don't limit yourself with only one technology for the entire remaining space. If you are learning something, so for example, allocating for 1 year, 2 years, work in it, get good amount of experience in that part. Without any doubt, just jump into the next important technology, emerging technology, go with it. Like that, you need to continue each and every step, guys. That is the whole process that you need to focus on. As I explained you earlier also, each and every tool that you are going to pick step by step, you need to complete it. First, segregate the topics, basic level, intermediate level, advanced level. Make sure you need to be thorough with all these basic level of topics. Then jump into this intermediate level, complete those things. Advanced level, try to complete those things. Step by step, try to complete. I'll suggest you, and I can guarantee you, whatever all the topics that we completed throughout the course, utilize those topics. It's more than enough, guys, more than sufficient. Even if you are going to an interview, whatever the topics that we completed, based on those topics only, majority of your questions are going to be asked. Trust me. Whenever you are trying to connect me, you will able to say the same questions, the same things that we are, whatever the things that we discussed in our classroom, the same topics that they're asked. The questions are based on the same topics. They'll not go in a different way, guys. These are the topics, these are the concepts. Whatever the things that we covered in our classroom, just revise, practice. That is more than sufficient, more than enough. Okay. From now onwards, try to create one simple deadline, a simple timetable. Okay. Without putting any deadline, it's going to be a little hard. Put one deadline, target what you want to do within the stipulated time frame. So, for example, August 15th or this month end, put one deadline. What is it? What you want to do till that deadline? Whether you want to complete your revision or whether you want to get any one job or whether you want to attend at least 3 to 4 interviews between those times. You need to put one deadline. If you're not putting the deadline, it's going to be, you're going to take so much time, guys. Definitely you'll be taking so much of time to do that part. So put one deadline. So for example, it's July 9th, almost hello, July 10th. Put a target like August 15th or August 10th, 1 month. I need to complete the revision of all the modules, all the tools. And put one more deadline within, say for example, by August end, right? Within August end or mid September, I need to get one good high paying job. You need to put one deadline. If you're putting one deadline, you are going to do those things based on the deadline. If you're not putting the deadline, chalo, tomorrow I'll do. Chalo, this concept I'll learn tomorrow. Chalo, I'll go after 1 week. What usually happens? Days will go to weeks, weeks will go to months. That will not. And that is the main problem with majority of the students. They will, once the course is completed, they'll think that, chalo, we'll take a break of 15 days, 20 days, again we'll come and we'll resume back. That 15, 20 days will go to 2 months, guys. You will not get that interest, remember. Okay. So take 2 days rest, enjoy, do what are the things, again come back from third day or fourth day, make sure practice those topics, revise those topics. So don't stop the process until unless you get a good high paying job. That is the end goal, right? So put one deadline. This August 15th, I need to get a job. Or so for example, August 10th, I need to complete all the revision part. September 15th, I need to get a job. Put one deadline based on the try to put. Micro schedule. For 1 month, your focus is to revise all the concepts. Okay. Again, strategize it. Okay. 1 month, I'm telling I need to complete all the revision, but 6 modules are there. Chalo for Power BI 1 week, SQL 10 days, Tableau 5 days. Like that, you need to segregate it. You need to create your own timetable. Chalo, if I'm allocating Power BI for 1 week, chalo data modeling 2 days, Power Query Editor 2 days, visualizations 1 day. Like that, you need to segregate each and every day. Chalo, if I'm allocating Power Query Editor for 2 days, first day this topic, second day this topic. In first day, again, half day, these are the topics that I need to complete. Second day, these are the topics I need to complete. Like that, you need to strategize. You need to create your own timetable. So, what you're going to do, Array, this half an hour I need to do this. Array, this half day I need to complete this. Array, this one day I need to complete this. If you're not completing that day, automatically you yourself will get that feel. Array, I'm missing something today. Some lag is there. If the same thing is going to happen for tomorrow, again there is a lag. That means what are all the things that we are going to do? It will take some time, guys. So put your schedule based on that schedule time frame. Try to understand the steps and just get that output part. Okay. Micro schedule, create one micro schedule, create one simple timetable based on that. Strategize it and get that output part. Simple. And that is what you need to able to work on with. So create one simple agenda, timetable, strategize it, complete it, and get that pattern. And majority of you might think that after completion of this revision, I'll start applying for jobs. Don't do that mistake. From now itself, apply for jobs parallelly. Revision, apply for jobs, apply for jobs. Okay. Why? Because if you're applying for jobs on a regular basis, one or two companies will go and you'll sit in an interview. Automatically, if you'll sit in that interview, you'll get that feel, you'll get that experience. All these things have been done. Based on that, you can able to start working on it. Analytics. You'll get that confidence first. Then fourth interview, fifth interview, what are the things that you're doing, you can able to work on it. No problem. Okay. So these are all the things that you need to do, guys. In that PPT itself, I provided it, Samya. More knowledgeable. Exactly. They'll likely ask you to write program during the interview. Exactly. More than interviewers are often more knowledgeable than you realize. They will likely ask you to write a program during the interview. If you fake your skills and still manage to get hired, lack of ability with some apparent in your daily work and you'll risk losing your job. Exactly. PIP case. Performance case. Okay. Right, Joshvi. So everything I created it, Soumya Anusha, everything I'll be providing in your classroom itself. I separated it as a zipped folder itself. The resume part as a separate, the project part as a separate. Everything in a material itself, I'll be providing it. Okay, no worries. Hmm, no idea. I guess online. I guess Ramya. Okay, maybe it's in on online mode. I guess. Okay. Still any doubts? Everything clear? Mhm. So, have you felt throughout this course, guys? 3 months, 3.5 months, 3.5 months course. So you learned something new. You enjoyed the sessions or hmm? Enjoyed online participants. Okay, great. So grateful for you. Right, Alam, right, Ajay, right, Ramya. So I hope for everyone the sessions are useful. Yeah, welcome, Jaran and Samya. Yeah, Samya. So everyone, all the very best, guys. Okay. It's for Bangalore, Hyderabad, Arjun. You can go with feels like been a bit of data analytics and all is because right. Thank you, Siddhant. So, guys, everyone, all the very best, and I hope everyone you are going to get a very good, high-paying job. Always, I used to tell the same thing. Don't aspire to get a normal job. Everyone will get a job. Aspire to get a very good, high-paying job. That is your end goal, guys. Don't aspire to get a job. Aspire for get a good high paying job, and at the same point of time, uh, try to do some things. Okay. At the same point of time, focus more upon upgrading your skill set. And before even doing all these things, first focus on your health. Without health, whatever the things that you want to do, there's no use, right? So you earn good packages, you will get good high salary. There is no purpose in it. So be healthy, eat some good healthy food, do some physical thing. Okay. Go hit a gym or running, jogging, meditation, something do, eat some healthy food. First, be healthy. At the same point of time, enjoy your life and then aspire for these things. So if you are getting good high package, health is not there, you are having a stressful life, high package, what is the use? No use. So enjoy your life, be healthy, at the same point of time, do all these things. Okay. So all the very best, online participants, offline, everyone, all the very best. Okay. Have a nice day, guys. And one last time, bye, guys, everyone. Good night. Online participants, bye, guys. Good night. Yeah, sure. Thank you, Alam. So, it's actually very good. So don't get complicated, okay? To make it relax and can able to do everyone, no problem, okay? I'll let you guys. Now, sir, by the way, guys, online participants, the team will provide you those certificates, I guess. In online case, maybe directly with to your email, they'll provide, I guess. For offline, maybe they'll ask you to come or you can provide. It will be provided, no problem. Okay. So, okay then, everyone. All the very best one more time. Bye, guys. Online participants, bye, guys. Good night. You can connect with the LinkedIn, Soumya. Hmm? Okay, right. Yeah. Right, right, guys. Thank you. Bye.